Hi, welcome to the Clubsport channel, and guess what? My battery tester arrived. The one I ordered last week is here. There it is, the Top Don Arty Battery 101, and I got this off eBay because it was a lot cheaper than Amazon, about £33, and yeah, it's going to be really handy to have. I also have my cup of tea, Clipper White Organic with the tea bag left in and half a sugar. Irrelevant. But now the battery. Well, in order to find out information about the battery, such as its cold cranking amps and whatnot, I'm going to need to take it out. So for that I'm going to need a 10mm for the terminal nuts and a 14 for the clamp. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to be disconnecting the negative first, so we'll get that done. And then once, obviously this is loose now, but I'm going to need to take the subwoofer cable off, and then I'm going to take the negative and tuck it under the carpet here, and then we're going to do just get this off, pull it to the side, and then I'll be back. Oh, yeah. Right, tea time. Okay, so the battery is out of the car, and it is a 70 amp hour EN 640 cold cranking amps, and it is by Lion. So not my manufacturer of choice, but this is the one that came with the car. Now, because I've taken it out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry out an out of car test, and I'm going to follow that up with an in car test once I've reconnected the battery, because I want to know what it's like, the state of it right now and the state once everything's connected here. I don't know if it will make any difference or whatever, but I just want to have a look in the name of science. Okay, so time to connect up Top Don, or Top Dan, or whatever it is. Top Don, good old Don. Right, so get one side connected and the other side. And now, the moment of truth, guys. Don't worry, we won't miss anything. Right, there you go, 12.1 volts off from the offset. Now, I guess I'm going to have to press OK. Language English, that's fine. Out of vehicle, you can choose in vehicle, but this one is out of vehicle. It's in a state of before charge or after charge. Well, if the battery's cold, if you haven't started the car that day, or you haven't been to the supermarket, and you haven't had a drive around, the car's just been stirred, or it's been out of the car or whatever, then you would choose before charge. If you have just come back from the shops, or you've had the car started for a while and had it running for a while, then you would choose after charge, because the alternator counts as charging. Again, if it's been on the battery charger overnight, you would also choose after charge. So obviously if you've switched the car on, had the engine running for about 10 seconds, I don't think after charge would really count. So this car's not been started today, so we're going to choose before charge. Battery type, in this case it's regular flooded, but you also have AGM flat plate, AGM spiral, gel. These buttons are very sensitive. EFB, I don't know what EFB is actually, but yeah, there you go. And now we're going to click OK. I need to go back on this. Input CCA, or we can go to EN. Here. Let's try this, see what it asks next. Amps, which will be the 70, I guess. Would it? Let's go back. I prefer to do cold cranking amps. And we're going to select the cold cranking amperage of the battery, which we can see here is 640. Alrighty. Okay, let's click OK. Holy crap! But wait a minute. It says the battery's good, and I just need to recharge it, which means sticking it in the car and turning it on. But state of health, guys, 39%. State of charge, 16%. State of charge, 16%. What? I only started it up yesterday. Yeah, I went out to the supermarket yesterday. Good God. This is a sealed battery as well, right? Yeah. State of health 39. State of charge 16. And yet it still says good. 7.48 ohms. I don't know if that's... I don't know. Guys, I don't know how I can say that the battery's health is like 40% what it's supposed to be. State of charge is at 16% and then come back and tell me it's good. But just to recharge it. So what do I do now? Get a battery charger? No, what I'm going to do is stick it on the car. I'm going to carry out this test again while it's on the car. And then I'm going to take it out for a spin, bring it back, and we'll run another test. Jeez, this is kind of confusing. Oh, and as you can see, 400 amps. That's what's left of my 640 cranking amps. I've only got 400 left in its current state. Maybe that contributes to those top two figures. State of health and state of charge. Okay. Alright, so I have the battery back on the car, all tightened down, and I'm just going to reconnect the tester. Now we have 11.9, I suppose that's normal. English. Now it is in the vehicle, so we're going to select in vehicle. It's before charge, regular flooded, input is CCA. It's remembered the last setting, which is kind of cool, seeing as though it's been off. I don't have the keys in, by the way. State of charge 0. The cranking amps are now 405. State of health 40. Alright. I don't know what to make of this. State of charge 0. Okay, so we're going to run now. Because we're in the car, when we press OK, we get the cranking test. So we're going to start the engine. Now I don't know whether you start it and then, whether you press OK and then start it. Let's find out. No. Alright. Right, let's crank the car over. Of course, everything's going to be reset. Clocks, mileometers, all that stuff. Not so much noise from the hydraulic lifting there. Right, so it took 3 seconds to crank. Well, it didn't take 3 seconds to crank. Yeah, take the car on a small run out, come back, and then we'll retest. Alright, we are back, and the car's been on a decent run on the B roads, on the 60 miles an hour limit roads. Been out for about 15-20 minutes. I've even had the music system on, you know, just normal, no air conditioning, nothing like that, just music system, normal travel. Right, so let's get this hooked up and see what she says. So 12.4 volts now. So okay, let's go okay on that one. English language, and it's in vehicle. I like how it remembers your last settings. Now we're going to have to set it to after charge, regular flooded, and the CCA is 640. Let's see what we get. There you go. That's the figure I wanted. It's now, it knows it's had a recharge, but the state of health after the recharge is only 53%. The state of charge is 65%. My cranking amps have gone up to 470, but the battery is rated at 640, which isn't great. I'm not sure what int.r is as its ohms. I'm supposing that's some kind of resistance. If you know what that means and can explain that to me, I would appreciate that. And the comment at the bottom, replace. So it's telling me I need to replace my battery, which previously it told me it was good. It's going to ask for a cranking test. Okay, let's crank it. Would help if I had the keys. Alright, let's crank it over. And then it whiz back here. Okay, RPM detected, takes a little while. That's going to tell me it's amazing. No, it's not. Replace. So 9.3 volts. Cranking time 5.5 seconds. I don't know what that is. I mean, my car cranked over. It didn't take 5 seconds, as you probably know. I don't know what that time is. The time since I cranked it to the machine detecting it. Yeah, that seems about right. So cranking power then is low, and it's running at 9.39 volts, and it's asking me to replace. Time for a new battery, guys. Right, we are back. It is a bit later in the day, and I have bit the bullet and gone out and bought a battery. And I wanted a UASA battery, so I ended up getting one. I got the bigger silver range because it's got a bit more oomph to it. I have just wiped down the car with antibacterial wipes and the battery. I got it from Halfords. Everything's been wiped down, including me and my car keys. Don't forget to wipe your car keys as well. So yeah, all ready to go on this side. Instead of 640 core cranking amps, this one has 760, so quite a bit more, and 480 amp hours, which is, I think, was the same as the last one, wasn't it? Or was the other one 70? Well, you'll know because you've been watching the video and I haven't been following it through. So right, what I want to do is do an out of car battery test and an in car battery test and a crank test. I'm interested to see what the numbers are on a brand new battery. So let's get these off and let's plug the battery tester in, stick the negative on, and yeah, I'm just doing this out of curiosity. So this battery has a 5-year warranty on it. I'm pretty sure it should outlast that. Right, 12.49 off the bat. Out of vehicle it is. It is in a state of, well, I haven't charged it, but it's, I don't know. It's a brand new battery. What do you put here? Before or after charge? I'm just going to put before. Regular flooded. Select the input is cranking amps, and now we're going to go all the way up to 760. Let's see what state of health and state of charge is on this thing. Okay, so the cranking amps is 710, not 760 at the moment. State of health 87, state of charge 81. Good battery. Right, let's stick it on the car. We'll do another test and then we'll do the crank test. Alright, as you can see, everything's pretty much the same in terms of dimensions, except that's a much better battery than this one ever was. Yeah, just looking down at this and this one, but this one's been sat in the shop for God knows how long, but it's still got, like, I don't know, 70 more cranking amps than this one had from new. Anyway, that's trivial. I think I was going to actually make an effort to try and get rid of some of this surface rust, and it is just surface rust, so I might leave that for another day. Got to leave something for another day. Right, let's get this battery in, hooked up, and see where we are. Okay then, so after a small cut, trying to hike the battery into the car and catching my finger on something, probably this, I don't know, I caught it somewhere. Yeah, so I'm bleeding a little, but don't worry, just send all donations to, never mind. Right, so I did start the car and I had it running for about 30 seconds, just with a bit of revs on. I don't know, just to wake the battery up. 12.2 volts now. It's gone down from the 12.4. Something dragging on it. I think something is dragging on it for a short while. So now we're going to do in-vehicle test. These buttons are very sensitive. So, you know, I don't even know what to select here because I haven't taken the car on a run with this. I'm going to do a test before and after charge and just see what the difference is. So let's do before first so that we know where we are. Regular flooded CCA 760 cold cranking amps, which, you know, maybe when we do the crank test, maybe that millisecond time will come down. So state of health is 82, state of charge 40. That tells me it needs a bit of a run. Now it's saying good recharge, so it needs a bit of a run out, which I think we can do. Now if I put it on after charge, I think it's going to have a right whinge. So English, in vehicle, after charge, and it might have more of a whinge now. Well, it's about the same. 690 amps. I'm expecting that to go up after a run. So I think I'll take the car on a little bit of a jaunt, 10 minutes or so, just to put some juice back in it. I don't know how long I really should go on it, but okay, let's do a crank test, I think. But I want to do a crank test after doing the other way. So I want to do in vehicle and before charge. Everything kind of ranks the same. Again, if somebody can tell me what int R, internal resistance, I mean, I don't know what that is. 437. So you've got the light and the focus to get rid of. So if you press OK again, let's crank it and see what happens. Okay, all up and go. just take a little while to pick that up. Right, cranking is normal. Time 5,000 milliseconds. Wow, 5.4 seconds. I don't know even if that's a normal figure, but yeah, 10.33 volts. I'm assuming that's going to go up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the clamp back on, put the cover back on, put the old battery away, and then give her a little bit of a run out, and we'll see how we go. But at least we have better results on this one. Charging test. Oh, this is new. Here we go, look, ripple test. Loaded test. Loaded testing, sorry. Increase RPM to 2,500 revs per minute and keep it 5 seconds. Now and then press enter to continue. Do I press enter to continue and then do it? 2.5, eh? Okay. That should be enough. No, okay, I've got to press enter first then. Or do I? Okay, there you go. Non-loaded 14 volts, loaded 13.8, charging normal, ripple normal. Okay, well I guess that's a good thing. Alright, I'm going to turn the car off, put everything back together, and we'll go from there. Alright, so the car's been out for a good spin on the motorway and everything, so let's give it a test. And of course we'll do the in-car. So we have 1278 now. English, in vehicle, after charge, regular flooded, CCA 760, and let's see. Okay, 680 amps. It's quite away from 760. State of charge 98, and state of health 80. An 80% healthy battery, brand new from Halfords. Well done. Cranking test. Let's go. Let's do this. I wasn't ready. Gotta get the keys. You need the keys. You need the keys. And you need to take off the steering wheel. Alrighty. Wow, look at that time now. 400 milliseconds, 0.4 seconds. That's a bit of a difference. Cranking normal, 10.73 volts. Charging test. And loaded testing now. Let's see. Oh, I'm not going to bother with that. That doesn't matter to me, I'm not bothered. I'll just keep it as it is. Alright, so we can forget the loading figure, it's probably wrong. Alright, there we go then. That should keep me going now until at least 5 years. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.